On the evening of July the 14th, the vigil of the feast of Saint Bonaventure, faithful and residents took to the streets of Bagnoregio to celebrate their patron saint. The city was adorned with flags, banners, and images of the saint. The procession route that weaved through the narrow ancient streets was illuminated by candlelight. It was an incredible sight of popular devotion and a testament of enduring love for the Seraphic Doctor, whose legacy continues to be a source of civic pride and a wellspring of faith.
La localizzazione di questa figura è decisamente importante.
The location of this figure is certainly important. It is a place, a crossroads of encounters and clashes. It is a crossroads where many figures have produced concrete actions in ecclesial, political, and social matters. And Bonaventura, for this place, is significant. He represents the origin, the memory, but also, in my opinion, even his name, Bonaventura, or lucky. And I can say this place is lucky that it keeps his memory alive. And I can say that I found an ecclesial and social context deeply touched by this figure, of which they are proud. And I believe they are completely right.
Di cui vanno fieri, e io credo ha tutta ragione.
The ancient town of Civita di Bagnoregio, which surges above the Calanchi Valley, sits 90 kilometers north of Rome in the province of Viterbo, in the heart of Tuscia. Despite its epithet of La città che muore, or the city that is dying, Civita attracts over 1 million visitors annually and is a candidate for UNESCO World Heritage protection. This magical and surreal place has been a source of inspiration for centuries, capturing the public imagination, and has become an enduring symbol of the community. It's a place steeped deep in the faith, where reality and fable meet, where nature and history create a symphony. It's here where the mystic and theologian, the Franciscan and Cardinal, the Seraphic Doctor, was born. Living in a time characterized by a complex web of ecclesial, political, and social realities and challenges, Bonaventure's contribution to the life of the Church in the 13th century as a theologian, general minister of the Franciscans, and advisor to Pope Gregory X was immense.
Ma sicuramente una figura.
He is certainly a figure of a very high theological, ecclesial, and pastoral profile. He's a man who lived through a very difficult time. And let's bear in mind that he was present at the Second Council of Leon and addressed very delicate issues and, above all, dispute, even within the church and within religious orders. He was a man in whom one finds the sense of harmony, of consonance, of pacification.
Si trova il senso dell'armonia, della consonanza, della pacificazione.
Saint Bonaventure's contribution to unifying divisions within the Church is evident, not only in the pivotal role he played in systemizing the spiritual legacy of St. Francis and bringing order to the Franciscans, which earned him the title of the second founder of the Franciscans, but also through his many theological and philosophical works that sought to bridge reason and faith. Man's search for God was a delicate dialogue, a journey propelled by the senses in the pursuit of beauty and truth. This was a theme at the center of Pope Benedict XVI's pontificate.
The relationship between faith and reason was perhaps the underlying problem of the pontificate, and even before Pope Benedict, who was, we can say, a great figure. Obviously, for Pope Benedict, the problem was the relationship between the Christian vision, theology, and contemporary culture, a culture often closed to the message of revelation, and therefore how to dialogue with these two who took very distant positions. Bonaventure's speech was a bit like this: if you are really interested in seeking the truth about your life and the world, you must consult everyone, talk to everyone, and not refuse certain voices beforehand. I repeat, to listen. Include the voice of the Bible, because it has something to say. Then you will evaluate whether to accept it or not, and you will do it with your reason. But you must listen to all the voices.
Ma devi ascoltare tutte le voci.
In September of 2009, after a visit to Viterbo, Pope Benedict came to Bagnoregio to greet citizens and to venerate the only remaining relic of the saint, the Santo Braccio, or Holy Arm. It was a momentous occasion for the town and one that was personally important for the late pontiff, whose own personal theological formation was deeply influenced by the saint. Prominently located in a side chapel in the right transept of the 17th century ex-cathedral of San Nicola, San Donato, and San Bonaventura, the Santo Braccio is encased in a silver arm-shaped reliquary. As Pope Benedict XVI recalled in a 2010 general audience dedicated to the saint, Christ's works do not go backwards. They do not fail, but progress. Saint Bonaventure is someone who embodied and formulated through his writings the idea that faith progresses and the riches of Christ's words are inexhaustible, and that new light could also appear to the new generations. No doubt this great saint and doctor of the Church, through his luminous writings and life of humility and service, will continue to inspire the faithful for generations to come.